you need to stop being so humble when it comes to your fitness journey. Okay, so I had a totally different video and topic picked today, but I just got off a coaching call with my clients, and we talked about the fact that a lot of us have a hard time, really expressing our wins on our fitness journey. And a lot of it has to do with wanting to appease other people. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit off the cuff today. But before we do, I am Tiffanie, certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. And I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Also get your Snatch starter kit. It's a little kit that I have put together for my community. Basically has some workouts, has a couple of nutrition and mindset things in there. So totally free. So definitely check that out. But let's go ahead and get into it. So I don't really have a plan for this video. This is Snatch Chat, so I'm just kind of going, it's freestyle, but I'm going to say some of the stuff that I did say in the call. So the main point I was really getting across is, well, first of all, let me share a stat with you. This is how it started. This is what I had written down. What I had written down is that only 23% of people actually get the exercise, right? The exercise they need, but I don't even mean like 4 or 5 days a week with strength training and cardio. I'm talking about bare minimum. So 23% of people, that means that 70-80% of people are not doing anything or they're not doing enough, right? So the point I was trying to get across with that statistic was that, celebrating that is the start, okay? Because I believe that people should celebrate their small wins as well as their large wins. But that kind of snowballed into us talking about the fact that it's hard to share your wins because you feel like fitness is such a lonely journey. And the truth is, it kind of is, okay? It kind of is a lonely journey because you have to go through it yourself. A lot of times you're not going to have anyone in your corner, and that statistic kind of proves it, right? Like most people are not interested in, getting healthier and doing better. So what I was saying when we talked about that is a lot of that starts to affect us that do what we're supposed to do, and we become, because we're the small percentage of people, we want to appease other people that aren't doing what they're supposed to do when we're the ones doing what we're supposed to do. And it really should be the other way around. So what I was telling my clients is, you should feel fine, and I'm saying this to you too, you should be okay with sharing your wins and not feeling like you're bragging, okay, every time that you say that you are accomplishing something. So, a lot of times you won't want to say, and a couple of my clients, chimed in, yeah, like I don't want to tell people that I've lost, all this weight. I don't share my numbers with people. Like, I don't even, tell people I go to the gym. Well, nobody said that, but it was just along those lines that, I don't really share my wins with people because it's like everybody else isn't doing it. Or even worse, right? A lot of people complain about stuff. Another thing I brought up was that when you're actually talking about the hardships of fitness, people are totally okay and totally comfortable chiming in and keeping it a long conversation, right? So if you say, it's really hard to eat well, or, I've been at this for like a month and I'm barely losing any weight, or whatever any challenges, people will have a lot more to say than if you say, I started last month and I've already lost 10 pounds. Then it's kind of like, oh, congratulations, good for you. And then it's like, you want to, the conversation ends or whatever. And then, we talked about, does that make people haters? It doesn't really make them haters. There are some haters, of course, but a lot of that stems from people's insecurities and them knowing that they're not doing what they're supposed to do, right? So if you're talking about your accomplishments, it kind of, it is being looked at as kind of calling people out, but that's not what you're doing. And I just want to be clear that you should not feel like you can't celebrate your wins in front of people, and even the people that aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Um, Personally, and I have a little bit of a, I have a balance of really super supportive kind of style and a let's stop with the excuses kind of thing. But I think that we're a little bit of a softer society now, and I don't think I think we're sugarcoating things too much. So quite honestly, I think you should be celebrating your wins, especially in front of the people that aren't doing what they're supposed to do, because you are actually the one that can make change. You can't change people. You can't tell them that you want them to do something, or tell them, you should be working out or anything like that. But you celebrating your wins can be a very good catalyst over time for them to change their ways. And the reason I say this is because repetition is what really gets people to internalize things differently and to make change. And not only on the other person's side, but on your side, because if you're constantly celebrating your wins, telling, people, and I don't mean go around like every sentence telling people that you lost weight or you're going to the gym all the time or whatever. I'm not talking about being obnoxious. I'm talking about when things come up in regular conversation, or you're with a friend and y'all are talking about wins. If your friend says, I did this, or this was great, or whatever, I think as a friend it's okay for you to be like, yeah, my week was great. I lost a few pounds or whatever, if with family or whatever. So I'm not saying be obnoxious. I'm just saying that it's okay to share the good news. And then back to what I was saying, when you say these things to people, you're not just telling them as a motivator, you're also motivating yourself, because the more you repeat things, the more they are internalized and the more you will keep trying to do those things. So I just really wanted to go over that very quickly, and just to say that, because, and I also brought up the point about black women, and I'm going to just say it here too, because I am a black woman. I am a black woman. And I feel like we do a lot. We have a different experience than everyone else. And part of our roots has always been to take care of other people. And I believe that this is the catalyst for us not wanting to, focus on ourselves and, share our wins. And, we kind of have internalized this idea of being too boastful or bragging, or, anything like, or something like that. So I just wanted to, say that sharing your wins is something you should be doing. Everybody else does it, and it's totally fine. Okay, it's 100% fine. And not only that, but you should be doing it because it's actually good for the whole collective. Because when people see other people doing things, we talk about motivation all the time, and I always say it's really not a real thing. It's something that comes from inside and actually starting and getting the ball rolling. But in those few times when it's an external factor, it usually is someone else that we see doing great things that kind of gives us that little boost of inspiration. Now, it may not last long term, but it may give people that boost right then. And then if they see it long enough, it may even make them change their ways. Okay, so, and that's not your job. Let me be clear. It's not your job to get other people to do what they are supposed to do. That is not what I'm saying either. I'm just saying that by you saying what's going well with you and you celebrating your wins and being completely transparent about that, it does have the chance of inspiring someone else. But that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it for you to internalize it, and because you earned it. Okay? You earn the right to brag, and it's not bragging. Okay? I'm just saying brag in a sarcastic way. Okay? You've earned the right to celebrate your wins, and it's one of the biggest motivators you're going to have to keep going. Okay? So that is it. that's my little spiel, my little offbeat, off top, my little sidebar topic video for the day. Hopefully you found it interesting, or it gave you a little spark, or you agree or something like that. If you enjoy the video, make sure you press the like button. Also make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, and get your free starter kit. Okay, definitely get that. So till next time, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you soon.